Hello and welcome to the press conference of the SWA Awards 2020. This is a press conference to talk to the jury members and hear their nominees for web series. There are three categories in web series: original drama, original comedy, and web series adaptation. So web series is something really new, contemporary. In the lockdown period, if you ask anyone what they're watching, the response mostly would be web series. The enfant terrible of our world of entertainment, web series offer the most exciting content, free from any censorship or star power. Common stories from different parts of India enrich these series, and SWA is recognizing the best in web series in these three categories. We are grateful to the eminent web jury panels for taking out time to review the submissions and select the nominees. I would like to now request Robin Da, President SWA, Screenwriters Association, to speak a few words about SWA and about the awards.
Hi, good evening everyone, and thank you very much for coming to the press conference. With immense pleasure and great delight, I welcome you on this special award that we are starting now. Screenwriters Awards 2020. Nobody in past, no association, no technician association has ever done that in India. I don't know in the world how many associations are doing such a program, but we are proud started this year. This is the award chosen by the writers for the award. And this will make writers more powerful, more credible, and more happy. And to do all this, we need a great support from the press. So friends, please support us in this our initiative, and hopefully we'll do this awards year after year and grow bigger and bigger. This time, as you all know, because of COVID, we have to do it on the web. Next time, we'll do it on the stage. Sridhar, please start the proceedings. Thank you very much, everyone, once again.
Thanks a lot, Rob. Really appreciate you joining us. And can I please request Sunil Salgia, Honorary General Secretary, SWA, please to speak a few words, please.
On behalf of Screenwriters Association, बहुत-बहुत स्वागत आप लोगों का। वेब की दुनिया जो है वो मतलब एक नई दुनिया है, हम सब जानते हैं, और वेब सीरीज ने एक नए तरह की कहानियां हमारे सामने पेश की हैं, नए तरीके का एंटरटेनमेंट हमारे सामने आया है। वैसे देखा जाए तो ये वेब में जिस तरह की स्टोरीज आनी शुरू हुई हैं कि जो एक डेफिनेट एंड होता है, तो फाइनाइट सीरीज जिन्हें हम मानते हैं, ये शुरुआत तो जब दूरदर्शन पे टेलीविजन की हुई थी, उस वक्त देखा जाए तो एक 13 एपिसोड का जमाना हुआ करता था। उस वक्त सब सोचते थे 13 एपिसोड में कहानी कहना बड़ा मुश्किल है, कैसे होगा, बड़ा मुश्किल। एक 2 फिल्में समझ लीजिए करीब उतनी लेंथ हो गई, और उसमें हम एक नॉवेल या पूरा कैसे हम समेट सकेंगे। तो ये वहां से स्ट्रगल शुरू हुआ था। उसके बाद फिर डेफिनेटली जब से टेली सोप्स का जमाना आया और बाद में जैसे जैसे चेंज होता गया, तो वो एक बाल्टी पानी में 20 बाल्टी पानी डलने लगा, वो हम सब जानते हैं, वो होता है। बट एनीवे, दिस इज अ गुड चेंज कि अब वो कहानियां आ सकेंगी या वो कंटेंट आ सकेगा जो जनरली टेलीविजन का कंटेंट अलग तरह का होता रहा है और फिल्मों का कंटेंट अलग रहा है। तो ये बीच में एक कुछ नया एक दौर अब है जिसमें हमें नई कहानियां देखने को मिलेगी, और कुछ बातें जो ज्यादा जो कैरेक्टर्स के माइंड में जो कुछ चल रहा है उसको और ज्यादा एक्सप्लेन करने के लिए हमें फिल्मों से इसमें एक समय मिलेगा। तो ये करीब 6 एपिसोड 12 एपिसोड इस तरह चलता है ये। तो इट्स अ वेरी गुड थिंग। एक घंटे में आप इस तरह की कहानियां और एक साथ देख सकते हैं, चाहे तो पूरी की पूरी सीरीज। तो व्यूअर्स के लिए भी अच्छा है ये घर बैठे। एंड लॉकडाउन ने तो वेब सीरीज को एक बहुत बड़ा बूस्ट दिया है, तो somehow it has come as a blessing in disguise. So like the mask industry and the sanitizer industry, the web series industry also has suddenly got benefited with this, I think. So anyway, there are new storytellers, new good storytellers. A lot of new stories have come in, so I wish them all, and I hope the best wins.
Thanks a lot, Sunilji, for your wonderful words. Can I please request Manisha Kode, EC member and a screenwriter in her own right, of course, to speak a few words about what web series means to her and what she is looking forward to with the SWA Award.
Hello, everybody. This is a big hello from a wordsmith to another wordsmith. I always feel that we, like writers and journalists, we have something in common. And I look at you guys as co-tourists. मुझे ऐसे लगता है कि we're standing on a beach of some exotic location, and we have our cameras and we are looking at the sunset, and you as reporters and we as writers, we see how facts and stories, they kind of merge into one another. Sometimes a fact becomes a story and story becomes a fact. So we have this common thread between us of the stories, of the narratives, of the first-hand contact with our audience and readers. So put your heart in your stories and please थोड़ा जोर शोर बना दीजिए ये अवार्ड्स के बारे में, क्योंकि हम सब जानते हैं कि जब भी अवार्ड्स फिल्म इंडस्ट्री में, टीवी इंडस्ट्री में डिक्लेयर होते हैं तो रेड कारपेट होता है बाकी सब लोगों के लिए और एक रोलिंग कारपेट होता है बाकी टेक्नीशियंस के लिए. तो रोलिंग कारपेट का मतलब ये होता है कि रोल कर लो फटाफट और वो अवार्ड्स डिक्लेयर कर दो. लेकिन वो जो जीतता है आदमी, वो साउंड वाला जो जीतता है, वो सिनेमेटोग्राफर क्या जीतता है, उसे क्या लगता है, उसके भाव क्या होते हैं, what is actually he going through, how much of effort he has put into, we really don't know these stories. And we have been wanting, like almost like I think Sunil ji and Sridhar also said, almost like 7-8 years, people, seniors like Anjum Rajabali and Vinod ji and Robin, everybody was talking about the awards, and here we are. And you know what, even the corona is like a corona on the heads of the whole globe now. हम लोगों का स्पिरिट डाउन नहीं कर पाया है और हम लोगों ने सोचा है कि नहीं भी स्पिरिचुअल कहाँ से आ गया, वर्चुअल तो वर्चुअली सही, लेकिन हमें ये अवार्ड्स इस बार बिल्कुल करने हैं. Now coming to this new medium, which is web series, देखिए there are 40 OTT platforms in India right now, and the business of these OTT platforms in 2018, it was 2,000 crores. And it is obviously, it will grow up because people are locked up in their houses and the theaters are not likely to open up. So ये market grow हो रहा है और मुझे लगता है कि because of OTT, the whole writing for television and films has been democratized. सबको लिखने का चांस है, सबके टेस्ट के लिए लिखने वाले और वो कंटेंट दिखाने वाले OTT प्लेटफॉर्म्स हैं और ये बहुत ही खूबसूरत मौका है everybody, all the writers to earn some money and to earn some substantial living out of it. हालांकि ये मीडियम बहुत डिफिकल्ट है, ये सबसे नन्हा बच्चा है अपनी मीडियम्स में as compared to television and films, because it's kind of a वो Greek mythology में centaurs नहीं होते, half human and half animal. So this is also a hybrid of films where it has the intensity of films, it has the longevity and the temporal spatial canvas of television series, and it has that brisk attention span of the advertisements, and it really requires some sort of a craft to bend it together and to write the web series. So I'm so glad that we launched these best OTT web series writing platforms, and we got a good response, and there is really amazing writing, and the nominations and everybody, now the jury will reveal it to you. But listen, I'm really glad that you all are here. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot, Manisha. I really appreciate you sharing your views. And really, I mean, as you said, like we received a total of 43 submissions for the web series, and out of which web comedy was 11 and web drama was the highest, 25 submissions, and web adapted 7 submissions. So without much further ado, let's reveal the jury members. was basically the set of three jury panels for the web comedy, web drama, and web adaptation. Can I please request the jury members to come online, switch on their audio and video? Can you please come online, all of you? Wow, that's a huge array of wonderful people who have been the jury members. The first award is basically web series drama. So I would request Ruchi Narayan to speak a few words, please.
Thank you, Sridhar, and thank you, Robin sir and Manisha and the SWA for having us. It is an honor to represent writers, and I must say we've watched 25 different shows, and the quality is good. We've enjoyed watching a large number of them, and we did have a hard time narrowing down on the nominees, which is always a good sign. There was a lot of discussion, debate, aage, piche, upar, niche. We scored all aspects of the shows individually. So it was a really fun process, and we're quite proud of the nominees that we have, coming out from our industry. And it was a great experience with my co-jurists, Sohail Tatari and Sweksha. So it was a great experience.
Thank you so much, Ruchi, for sharing your thoughts. And can I please ask Sohail Tatari to speak a few words?
I think it's always a huge honor that your own industry men, look at your work and judge your work, and then, give it an award. I think everybody looks forward to an award which is judged by its own people, because you feel that, they are the correct people because they are in the industry. They know the work, the amount of hard work that goes into it. And I think SWA taking this initiative is a big thing and a very good thing, because often, there is a complaint that, it's been watched by people who don't really understand the craft. So I think SWA has done a great job by instituting these awards. So congratulations to them to start with. And now coming to the process, as Ruchi said, that, we also had, 25 nominations, categories that were, 25 entries into for our particular category. And so there was a lot of stuff to be seen. And as Ruchi was saying, that most of it was very good. So it was, because sometimes it can be really tough watching so many entries. But I have to say that, it was fun, and one got to see a lot of stuff. Some one had seen, but a lot of it one had not seen. So it was great to watch it. And also because it gives you a kind of a insight into the kind of work people are doing. There's so many subjects that are being handled that you don't really think that, oh, is it something that has been already worked upon? So I think it's going to be a great exercise as we go further. And so it was great, being on part of the jury.
Thank you so much, Sohail Tatari. And we have the third person from the drama jury, Sweksha Bhagat. Can you please share a few words?
Hi. तो मेरे लिए सबसे ज़्यादा अच्छी बात इस पैनल पे जूरी बनने की ये थी कि मैं उनका काम देख रही थी, तो काफी टाइम हम अगर उनके बारे में गूगल करें तो वो फर्स्ट टाइम राइटर्स हैं, या उनका इतना ज्यादा नाम हमने कहीं देखा ही नहीं है, हमें पता ही नहीं है। और इस कैटेगरी में बहुत सारे न्यू राइटर्स का काम देखने को मिला, बहुत सारे ऐसे लोगों का काम देखने को मिला जहाँ पे एक वेब सीरीज में आप यूजुअली देखते हैं तो 3 से 4 राइटर्स भी इन्वॉल्व थे, या मिनिमम 2 से 3 राइटर्स थे। तो यहाँ पे आपको एक्चुअली देखने का एक चीज मिलती है कि कितना कोलैबोरेटिव एफर्ट है इन टर्म्स ऑफ राइटिंग। स्टोरी किसी और ने लिखी है, स्क्रीन प्ले डायलॉग किसी और ने लिखे हैं, बट आप जब शो देखते हैं तो आपको वो दिखता है कि सबने एक ही कहानी को कितने अच्छे से पिरोया है। तो एक वो बहुत अच्छी बात ये 25 सीरीज देखने में मिली। और दूसरा मुझे लगता है कि SWA की टीम ने हमें बहुत सिंपल क्राइटेरिया जो बोला था वो बहुत सही था कि प्लीज आप इस चीज पे मत जाइए कि कौन से शो में कौन से एक्टर्स हैं या उसका बजट कितना है या उसका स्केल ऑफ प्रोडक्शन क्या है। आप सिर्फ और सिर्फ राइटिंग, कहानी और उस कहानी के ताने बाने पे ध्यान दीजिए। तो ये एक बहुत अच्छी चीज थी कि वी वर वेरी क्लियर। वो हमने एक्चुअली बोल्ड में अपने सामने लिखा हुआ था कि इट इज नॉट अबाउट द स्टार्स इन द शो, इट इज अबाउट द राइटिंग इन द शो, जो कि मुझे लगता है यूजुअली बाकी अवार्ड फंक्शंस में इस चीज पे इतना गौर नहीं किया जाता है। एंड दैट इज व्हाई आई थिंक watching these series from that perspective was really a good thing for me, and it was, I think I learned more than I judged them. So that was great.
Thanks a lot, Sveksha. So we are now going to web series comedy, and we have Reshu Nath, who is a jury member. Can we have some words from Reshu Nath, please?
I think it was a great experience. There were 11, submissions. We went through that. It was a great experience also, keeping in mind the present times. We were part of this comedy web jury, and God knows, this nation needs to learn to laugh at itself. And then when you're watching stuff, and with comedy, what happens is all of it either needs to translate into a warm feeling inside or a laughter. It's just those 5 seconds of laughter, but it needs a lot of hard work. Comedy writing is actually the most difficult one to do. You have memory, you have pain, you have issues, you have ideologies. You alchemize all of it and translate it into something where you bring in everyone together. So apart from just discussing what was funny, what tickled us, I think we also discussed the anatomy of what goes into creating a comic show. So I think personally it was a very, very enriching experience for me too.
Thanks a lot, Reshu. Can I please request Juhi Shekhar to speak a few words?
Hey, yeah, so I think the first thing that I would like to say here is that this effort is one that gives writer an identity. The award in itself that SWA is doing, अभी तो मैं सिर्फ ये कहना चाहूँगी कि मैं बहुत ही grateful थी कि मुझे इस पूरे effort का हिस्सा बनने का मौका मिला। और मतलब just for us to know किसने क्या लिखा है, किस series को किसने लिखा है, और उसकी writing को थोड़ी सी appreciation, थोड़ा सा notice अपने आपस के लोगों के बीच में, और फिर उसको प्रेजेंट करते हुए एक अवार्ड। ये जो एफर्ट था, ये एफर्ट अपने ही इतना जरूरी और इतना इम्पोर्टेंट, और इसका वक्त था। तो सबसे बड़ी बात तो ये है कि ये हुआ, एंड आई एम thoroughly grateful that I got a chance to be here. And दूसरी चीज कि the process was enlightening, if at all anything. हमारे पास 11 submissions थे, जैसे रेशु कह रही थी, and comedy is just as she says, is the most difficult way of expression, if at all. और उसमें भी हमने जो खुद देखा, अभी हमें ये समझ में आया कि हम किस लायक हैं, कि हम आपस में अपने आप को किस लायक खड़ा कर सकते हैं। So the effort was brilliant for everybody who has been a part of it, I'm sure. And if we get some support, this is going to go a long way. It's going to make a difference, and a big one. So I'm just happy that this has happened.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Juhi, for your wonderful words. Can I please ask Shiv Subramaniam to speak a few words?
Yeah, it was absolutely pleasurable to watch all these serials, and to have the Writers Association presenting its own awards is wonderful. To be judged by your peers and to judge your peers, and because we all know how difficult it is to write something. And comedy is difficult to write, but it's even more difficult to judge, and it can easily totter off the edge and become fast. But this was wonderful. All the episodes we watched were wonderful to watch, and the process was, like Juhi said, enlightening. We found ourselves in unusual harmony and agreed on many things, and it was really entertaining and enjoyable.
Fantastic. Thanks a lot, Shiv Subramaniam. Can I please request the jury members of the web adaptation to speak a few words? Can I please call upon Anuradha Tiwari, the jury member, to speak a few words?
Yes. Hi, good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for this opportunity. So I first want to just express the sheer honor of being part of something which is historic, because these are the first ever SWA awards, and in the next 100 years or 200, whenever it will be remembered, we'll be part of that first jury, right? So I'm really stoked about being part of that. I also think it's a great honor to be trusted to, give your opinion unbiased of work that is of your contemporaries. I think that's a very big trust that is being bestowed upon us, and I think, and hopefully, we have lived up to that trust. The mammoth task of ours was really to also read books. So it wasn't just watching the shows, but also to first read that literature. So it was, I think we are the only hybrid one year in which it had to be literature and the audio visual. And like our jury kept discussing that, what are we really judging? Are we judging how the literature got adapted to the screen, or how did the show stand alone with and despite the original content? And I think that was our challenge, and that was our learning. It was so beautiful. And I think the biggest sort of takeaway for me from this was that I came back to reading. And, as writers in the new medium, it's very easy to lose touch with actual reading, hard copy in our hands. So that's my biggest takeaway. And I really, really thank, the SWA itself and the jury to have me on this, because I'm going away extremely enriched and grateful. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Anuradha, for your wonderful words. Can I please ask Anuya Jakaddar to speak a few words?
Hi everyone. I just want to sort of repeat what Anuradha said a little bit and convey what an honor it was to be included as a jury member in this historic moment. The first ever Screenwriter Awards. I mean, we get to champion writers. There is no greater joy than that, to be very honest. And then also, I was part of an all-girls jury. So yay, girl power. This has been an incredible experience, mainly because I think it's a very scary category to judge, because readers are rabid about the books that they love. And for screenwriters to attempt to turn them into shows, that must have been in itself a very daunting task. So hats off to them, first of all, for attempting it. We had a blast. We were almost on the same page from day one. And I loved all my interactions with everybody, Richa and Radha Ketki. Now I'm just hoping that this trust that was placed in me, in all of us, was not unwarranted, and that we live up to what we were asked to do. So thanks, guys, once again. And I just want to say this was a fantastic experience, and I'm so glad I did it.
Thanks so much, Anuya. Really happy you enjoyed the process. Can I please ask Ketki Pandit to speak a few words?
Hi. So I guess, I would just want to repeat everything that Anuya and Anuradha said. And I think this has been the story of our jury meetings, that we've just agreed on almost everything. It's been uncanny. But yeah, it's, one of the things is this idea that adaptation seems like, especially to lay people, a lot of the times people ask you, to kahani to hai hi na, so what are you doing, right? And but so many times I feel that it's even harder because web is such a unique medium, and it's just as Sunil sir ne bhi kaha that, we are still, we don't know, it's a format that we're still learning about and getting used to. And the way, if you see the range of books that we read from 1,000 pages down to like 200 pages, मतलब इतना अलग अलग, या फिर एकदम short stories थी जो 2-3 पन्नों की भी थी. So there is just the flexibility of how all of this has been adapted into the web format, and the flexibility of web format itself was very interesting. So there was so much learning that happened in this, and reading the books was just really a joy. And we really hope that, I just really felt that, there's so much, India has such a great tradition of literature, and there were so many things that you couldn't really touch because, cinema was too short, and TV was, especially the daily soap was really different format, and I'm really looking forward to a lot of new things being seen in web, especially in terms of adaptation. It's really a very adaptation friendly sort of medium, I think. And just it's like both Anuya and Anuradha said, that it's been such an honor to be entrusted with this responsibility. You know, it's almost like how scientists have peer reviews. So there was such a feeling of responsibility, and so many times we were discussing about like every single part of it, and the idea that, you know, we are focusing on writing, that was another really interesting part of it. So thank you again, and really looking forward to many more years of SW Awards. Thanks.
Thanks a lot. So we are celebrating SWA's 60th year with this particular SWA Awards. We have come a long way, but we have a long way to go. Can we just now have the nominees for the drama, web series, original drama? Ruchi, can I request you to read out the nominees?
The nominees for the best web series original drama are, and this is in alphabetical order, Delhi Crime, written by Richie Mehta and Sanyukta Chawla Sheikh; Kota Factory, written by Abhishek Yadav, Sandeep Jain and Saurabh Khanna; Lakhon Mein Ek, Season 2, written by Abhishek Sengupta Biswa, Kalyan Rath and Hussain Hedri; Made in Heaven, written by Alankrita Srivastav, Reema Kagti and Zoya Akhtar; and The Family Man, written by Raj and DK, Suman Kumar and Sumit Arora.
Congratulations to all the nominees. And I hope you don't announce the winner right away. So it's going to be saved per se for the September 27th award ceremony. So please, everybody who is watching this, please attend the award ceremony on September 27th and join us where the jury will announce the winners. Can I please request Shiv Subramaniam to read out the nominees for the web original comedy?
The nominations for web series Best Original Comedy in alphabetical order: Adulting Season 2, Maitrey Upadhyay, Nayana Shyam and Preksha Khanna. 4 more shots please, Devika Bhagat and Ishita Moitra. Girls Hostel, Ashish Manchanda, Chirag Ratna Singh and Shreyasi Sharma. Tripling Season 2, Akash Khurana and Sumit Vyas. And Virgin Bhaskar, Ajay Deep Singh and Manish Kumar.
Congratulations to all the nominees. And can I please ask Anuya to read out the nominees for the web adaptation?
So the nominees for the web series Best Adaptation, we have only 3. Number 1 is Asad Hussain, Deepa Mehta, Patrick Graham, Suhani Kanwar and Urmi Juekar for Leela. Dhruv Narang, Nihit Bhave, Pooja Tolani and Varun Grover for Sacred Games Season 2. And Marston Bloom, Sumit Arora and Tanuja Chaturvedi for Selection Day.
congratulations to all the nominees. We're going to have them, their quotes and everything on social media and on our website. So you can check out the jury quotes and the nominee quotes. The winner will be announced on September 27 at 6 p.m. on our social media handles on Facebook and YouTube. My handles are there in my screenshot. So now we have a few questions for the jury members. So what kind of writing works for web? Is the web going to be bigger than TV?
It's a very difficult question to answer, but I think the times we are in, especially with the corona hitting us, I think web has really kind of taken over. I mean, right now there is no cinema, there's no other option. So I think web is becoming very big. And what kind of writing is, I think the sky is the limit, because people, like when we were watching, these 25 entries, the kind of subjects people had explored and attempted, it was an eye opener, because we had not imagined that the kind of subjects people would be attempting, and because I think each medium has its limitations. Like films, you still are kind of guarded because you have a 2-hour limitation. Plus, you also have the thing about how much collection are you going to make on the first weekend. So you're constantly guarded. Constantly there's a thought process going on. Also, you're thinking about your actors as being the main thing. Whereas I think once it comes to web, it's all about writing. And I think the kind of subjects that are there to explore is immense. I mean, we've watched so many series with so many different kinds of subjects, and I think this is going to be the main medium for the next couple of years, because television in India is limited to a certain kind of audience, because they want to cater to women as their primary audience. Whereas this is more generic. I mean, it's not that women are not watching it. Of course, it's probably watched more in the urban areas where the reach is more of the net. So I think they are able to, their scope is much bigger than I think anybody else's. I mean, whether it's television or films. Films again, because I say films because because of the collection thing, that you have to have a certain kind of collection and certain kind of subjects must be attempted. Here there's more freedom, I think. Also the people who are involved are more open to ideas, new ideas. We've never had political subjects being explored on screen. Forget television. Television was a complete no-no. But, we had very little political films being made. But I think now we've seen that, some of the new series that have also come, so many people have gone into political areas which were a complete no-no. People would not get into those areas thinking that, let's not explore it, because also you're scared that, your censor board is not going to allow, because each political party has its own ideology, which is in power at that particular point in time. So, you don't allow a certain kind of subject to be really explored. But in web, we've seen whether it's Sacred Games or Patal Lok or other series where they have gone into areas which we never imagined that they could actually attempt something like that. So I think the scope is much bigger when it comes to web, and I think we are going to be soon touching areas which are still not been attempted. So I think this is the medium.
Thanks a lot. Ruchi, do you think basically what Suhail mentioned, that it basically is an urban audience for the web series? What is your thoughts on that?
Well, I definitely think OTT has created, there is an OTT revolution. And of course, this lockdown has just accelerated it. Wherever there is internet connectivity, people are watching web content. And of course, as we know, there are a lot of efforts for connectivity to spread in all parts of the country. And people are all kinds of people, which we see it all the time, with cheaper connections and telephony. They're all getting onto the web series. And the good thing about that is it's like a democratization of content in a way, because unlike feature theatrical, where people tend to be safe because you need to recover the bulk of your investment in the first opening weekend, web series has a longevity on its side. So people get drawn to diversity and variety. So you have, just like Suhail was saying, you have people being much more fearless about exploring different topics and subjects. And as even us as consumers and consumers in general are gravitating to different kind of subjects. Ke, this is interesting, iske baare mein kuch nahi pata tha, So that way, it is broadening everyone's horizons. So, I mean, I personally think it's a great thing. And also, when you watch content privately, as opposed to in a group or gathering, you're much more likely to exercise individual curiosity and not be led by a herd mentality. So that way, different content gets a much better chance. The other great thing about OTT also is that, the things which used to define theatrical, like the star system or budgets, start losing their value in a longer show. So it might attract you for the first 2 minutes, but if the merit of the content doesn't hold you, you will not continue. And at that same fingertip, you have hundreds of other things to choose from. So you have to not only, attract, there has to be something in it which is attracting the viewer in terms of content and keeping them engaged. So the level of skill required, especially from makers, writers, primarily writers, and then, everyone else involved, is much more, I would say, because it's not a captive audience. They can leave you anytime, and yet you are holding them for 8 episodes, 10 episodes. So you really require a lot of skill. And I do feel, not only is it a democratization, it works much more on merit of content.
Thanks a lot, Richie. Really appreciate your wonderful words. Can I ask Sweksha Bhagat, basically, what do you think about censorship on web series? Do you think there should be censorship? Because, television also does not have censorship, but only films have. But, do you think web series should be censored or put through a censor board? What is your thoughts on that?
Actually, at this moment, I don't think so. There is a need for censorship by any other censor body, क्योंकि जितना लोग मतलब आप खुद ही देखिए, हर चीज एक पैटर्न में आती है. एक टाइम था जब शुरू में बहुत ज्यादा सेक्सुअल कंटेंट एक्सप्लोर हो रहा था, बहुत ज्यादा गाली गलौज एक्सप्लोर हो रही थी, और तुरंत ही अपने आप वेब, क्योंकि ऐसा है कि एक चीज देख के लोग बोर हो जाते हैं और फिर वो ढूंढते हैं कि अच्छा दूसरे में नया क्या है. तो वेरी सून इट इज सेल्फ रेगुलेटिंग इटसेल्फ कि अच्छा गाली गलौज बार बहुत हो गई, अब कुछ कॉमेडी देखते हैं, अब अच्छा कॉमेडी, अच्छा ये तो एक ही तरीके के जोक्स मार रहे हैं, तो चलो हम कुछ ऐसा देखते हैं जिस इज वुमेन एम्पावरमेंट. तो वेब, बिकॉज the choices will keep coming at an accelerating rate and it is going to, सब कुछ आपके बाजू बाजू में है. टीवी में आपको क्या करना होता है, आपको चैनल स्विच करना होगा, आपको टाइम याद रखना पड़ेगा कि अच्छा अगर मुझे कॉमेडी देखनी है तो मुझे 7:30 बजे टीवी पे बैठना है, और अगर मुझे सेक्स देखना है तो 11 बजे बैठना है. यहाँ पे आपको जो जब देखने का मन है वो आपके सामने है, और आप अपने टेस्ट के हिसाब से, अपने मूड के हिसाब से कंटेंट को ना सिर्फ यूज कर सकते हैं बल्कि उसको रिजेक्ट भी कर सकते हैं. तो ये जो आजादी मिल गई है एक ऑडियंस को कि अगर मुझे अच्छा नहीं लग रहा है, ये जो वो कह रहे हैं उससे मैं अग्री नहीं करती हूँ, तो मैं इमीडिएटली उसको स्विच कर सकती हूँ. और ये सारी चीजें बहुत ज्यादा डिक्टेट खुद करेंगी राइटर्स को कि उनको क्या नया लाना है. अगर ये मीडियम नया है तो यहाँ पे राइटर्स की जिम्मेदारी और ज्यादा बड़ी है कि उनको नई चीज ही लानी है, क्योंकि बहुत जल्दी ऑडियंस कहेगी अरे ये तो वेब सीरीज है पर ये तो बिल्कुल सोप जैसा बना दिया, अरे ये वेब सीरीज है बट इसमें मुझे कुछ नया देखने को नहीं मिला. वो वेब देख भी इसलिए रहे क्योंकि उनकी एक्सपेक्टेशन है कि वो कुछ नया और कुछ फ्रेश देखेंगे. तो यहाँ पे सेंसरशिप की एज किसी सेंसरशिप बॉडी की जरूरत नहीं है, क्योंकि राइटर खुद को ही बहुत सेंसर करके लिखता है. अनलेस वो उस तरीके से काम कर रहा है तब तक उसका शो हिट नहीं हो सकता. एंड आई थिंक अक्रॉस जितने भी कैटेगरीज में हम लोगों ने नॉमिनीज देखे हैं, वो सारे नॉमिनीज वहां तक पहुंचे इसलिए क्योंकि उन्होंने हर मिनट में हमें कुछ फ्रेश दिया, या तो कहानी में या डायलॉग में, या जिस तरीके की मिल्लू वो उठा के लेके आए, वहां पे नया हर मिनट होना चाहिए, नहीं तो आप स्किप करते हैं. तो अगर आपको स्किप करने से बचना है तो सारी सेंसरशिप राइटर खुद ही लेके आ रहा है. एंड आई डोंट थिंक दिस इज अ मीडियम वेयर सेंसरशिप वुड वर्क.
Thanks a lot, Sveksha. Shiv Subramaniam, I have a question here from Pankaj Shukla, who basically is from Amar Ujala, I think so. So जैसे टेलीविजन में रेटिंग के लिए बार्क नाम की एजेंसी है देश में, वैसे ही OTT के व्यूअरशिप के लिए क्या भविष्य में कोई एजेंसी बनने की संभावना है?
I don't think there's any necessity for having that.
Why don't you think so?
Because by and large, we already know which ones are popular, who likes what, and that official rating will just lead to everyone getting fixated on that, and then using that as a ploy to determine content or change content, and we'll get into that whole vicious cycle again. Whereas right now, no one really is unaware of whether we are popular, or this is unpopular, or whether the audience likes it or doesn't like it. So there's no need for an institutionalized rating system. It will just bring the advertisers in and create a lot of pressure from marketing departments across the channel, which one can very well do without, I think.
Robinda, any comments on the same topic? Pankaj wants to know your reaction to the same question.
देखो TRP जो रेटिंग्स हैं टेली के लिए बेसिकली एडवर्टाइजर्स के लिए भी गाइडलाइन बनते हैं बेसिकली और मेनली, और उससे एडवर्टाइजिंग में फर्क पड़ता है टेलीविजन चैनल्स को. और इसलिए ये क्योंकि वेब सीरीज जो है वो उसको इस तरह से मैपिंग करना या तो कैलकुलेट करना बहुत मुश्किल है, क्योंकि वेब लोग अपने फोन पे देखते हैं, लैपटॉप पे देखते हैं, टीवी पे देखते हैं, कहाँ देखते हैं, और वो कौन कब किस वक्त क्या देख रहा है उसको चैनलाइज करना या तो उसको नापना बहुत मुश्किल है. टीवी में क्या है कि 9 बजे ये शो चलेगा, 9:30 बजे वो शो चलेगा, 7 बजे ये फलाना शो चलेगा, तो आपने 200 जगहों पे मीटर लगा दिया और पता किया कि कौन से घर में किस टाइम पे कौन क्या देख रहा है. ये टीवी में पॉसिबल है क्योंकि एक स्टैटिक बॉक्स है या तो एक स्टैटिक स्क्रीन है जिसके ऊपर लोग सेट टॉप बॉक्स से या केबल से देखते हैं, जबकि वेब इंटरनेट से आता है, और इसको नापना इस वक्त बहुत मुश्किल है.
I think that all the OTT platforms do have the technology to know how much of a content is being viewed, because we are on digital platform. Everything that is there.
They have the know-how of their own channel.
Yeah, their own
Their own
channel.
platform.
I don't think they're interested in the other people's content, how much that is being watched,
Bark is the agency
which is giving you an overall view.
all
overview.
over.
Yeah,
So there is no comparison.
yeah.
And OTT platforms like Amazon or Netflix or Disney or whatever the platform may be, they are not interested in telling you who is watching how much.
Yeah, but they know for themselves.
And their revenue comes from repeated viewing also over the years. So 10 साल 5 साल में किसने क्या कब तक देखा वो समझ में नहीं आता.
Sunilji, can we hear from you? We hope to hear from you.
I just want to add here that the technology is coming up where you can actually monitor every second of viewership on every instrument, whether it is your computer monitor or it is on your mobile. Like YouTube hits, you will know exactly how many minutes somebody has watched what.
I wanted to add something. पंकज जी, अमर उजाला, देखिए मैं आपसे पूछना ये चाहती हूँ कि क्यों चाहिए हमें ऐसी टीआरपी, क्योंकि इस टीआरपी का जो एक मॉनिटरिंग होता था उसके हिसाब से हम राइटर्स लोगों को कितना फोर्स कर करके ये बोला जाता है कि नहीं फिर ये ट्रैक बहुत अच्छा जा रहा है आप ऐसे ही लिखो, ये सास बहू बहुत खूबसूरत जा रही है आप ऐसे ही हो. पंकज जी, हमने बहुत साल ये वेट किया है, इसकी प्रतीक्षा की है कि हम खुले दिल से लिखें, जैसे ऑर्गेनिक डेवलपमेंट कैरेक्टर्स का हो, जैसे ऑर्गेनिक डेवलपमेंट स्टोरी का हो, और कोई एक मॉनिटरिंग एस्पेक्ट इसमें ना रहे. तो अगर टेक्नोलॉजी जैसे कि आपने लिखा है वो बात सही है कि हाँ मे बी देयर इज लैक ऑफ नॉलेज, लेकिन मैं भगवान से बिल्कुल तहे दिल से प्रार्थना करती हूँ कि ये लैक ऑफ नॉलेज ही रहे और कोई ऐसी टीआरपी देने वाली ओटीटी के लिए एजेंसी हमारे सर पर ना आए और हम लोग वैसे ही उसी खूबसूरती से लिखे, ऑर्गेनिक तरीके से लिखे जहाँ से कहानी बनती है.
वो तो ऐसे भी नहीं आ सकता मनीषा, क्योंकि हम ओटीटी के लिए जब लिखते हैं 10 एपिसोड 8 एपिसोड 12 एपिसोड तो कंप्लीट करके फाइनल करके शूटिंग स्टार्ट होती है. तो वहाँ रास्ते मिडवे टेलीविजन की तरह मिडवे सास को मार दो या ससुर को मार दो या एक्सीडेंट करवा दो, ये नहीं होगा.
You're right, लेकिन अगर वो आता है, वो एक अगर मतलब एक आता है एस्पेक्ट, तो हो सकता है कि ये प्रोसेस भी चेंज हो जाए, क्योंकि ये कुछ मतलब पत्थर पे लिखे हुए रूल्स तो है नहीं. आप भी जानते हैं, वो हो सकता है कि है कि नहीं अभी मतलब हम 4 ही को अप्रूव करेंगे, हम 3 ही को अप्रूव करेंगे, एक बार चलने लगे फिर बताएंगे कि क्या आप कैसे लिखे, तो बहुत मुश्किल हो जाएगा. पंकज जी ऐसा ना करें.
Okay, can we take to the next question by Sonal Pandya? So this is for the adaptation jury. While adapting a popular novel to a series, what are the main things to keep in mind in regards to theme and content? Can Anuradha and then Ketki add to this?
Yeah, sure. So I'll take that up. So yes, I think that is, a very tricky sort of, I would say, situation. When you are reading a book and then seeing it translate onto screen, because there is a narrative style of writing books, which are often, or not often, but can be inexpressible on screen. And then there are things which can only be, on screen and can't quite translate into a book because those are just words. So I think the interesting part of looking at an adaptation is which is the part that is translatable to screen firstly, and then how well has that been translated? And thirdly, what is the addition therefore made? Because a book couldn't have captured that. So in all of this, in my personal view, I would look at the fact that, there is a certain essence to a story. There's a certain feel, there's a certain integrity, the soul of a story. And I was looking definitely as a jury member to see whether that soul has been retained in the online, in the on-screen version, or if they managed to create another soul altogether. I mean, I think, at least in our nominees, and especially our winner, we saw that there was a certain essence which that energy translated and yet became its own beast and had its own soul. So I would say that's what would be the key factor, as to see if the essence has been retained, if not the actual
Okay, Anuya, a question for you. For web, there are no limits for time or content. How do you rein yourself in terms of storytelling? How do you manage to time or build a canvas? That's what the question is.
Interesting question. I'm sure everybody here has a different answer, but I will share my own personal experience. For me, it's always been plot out the story and then see how best to tell it in different episodes. So perhaps, I mean, the story dictates the number of episodes, as opposed to say television where you have to write 100 or whatever, and then you keep writing more and more and more to keep up with that. Whereas here, you chalk out your story, you figure out what is it that you really want to tell, and then you pick the number based on that. Or the producer will come and say, "Iska 8 episode likhna hi hai," but that's the game answer. But the real answer is, you try and pick the number that does most justice to the story and the characters that you are building.
Thank you. Juhi, there's a question for you. What advice would you give to someone who is just starting out and writing for web series?
First thing I would want to say is that this is the best time to be here. This is the time. It is the time for you to reach out to anyone you can reach out to. And I think this is also the time where your craft has to be much more sharper than it was ever. तो ये बहुत जरूरी है कि आपने जो लिखा है वो पूरी तरह से लिख के तैयार किया हुआ है. वो आइडिया नहीं हो सकता, वो वेग नहीं हो सकता, उसका प्रोग्रेशन प्रॉपर होना चाहिए. ये जरूरी है. अगर हम अपनी खुद की क्राफ्ट पे थोड़ा काम करके हम पिच करने जाएं, क्योंकि अब पढ़ते हैं, अब OTT के प्लेटफॉर्म के सिलेक्शन पैनलिस्ट पढ़ते हैं. अब हम सब ध्यान देते हैं कि हम किस तरह की कहानी कहाँ लेके जाने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं. तो जरूरी है घबराहट में नहीं रह जाएं और किसको पिच करें. उससे पहले थोड़ा सा ये सोचें कि हमने क्या लिखा है और शेयर करें अपने कुछ दोस्तों के साथ, कुछ लोगों के साथ जो साथ में आपके लिख रहे हो. थोड़ा फीडबैक लें, थोड़ा समझने की कोशिश करें कि किसको बोलते हैं इंगेज करना. अभी थोड़ी देर पहले किसी ने कहा था कि सीरीज के लंबे कंटेंट को, ऑलमोस्ट 400 मिनट्स ऑफ कंटेंट इज व्हाट वी आर क्रिएटिंग. उस 400 मिनट के कंटेंट में कॉन्फ्लिक्ट कितनी देर तक कैसे सस्टेन हो रहा है कि नहीं हो रहा है. इन सवालों के थोड़े बहुत जवाब अपने दिमाग में ढूंढ लेने चाहिए पिच करने से पहले. और उसके बाद पिच करने के लिए तो प्लीज, आई मीन, दिस इज द बेस्ट टाइम. दिस इज द टाइम व्हेन यू शुड गो पिचिंग, नॉकिंग एवरी डोर wherever you can, and send it straight to the platforms. Send it to they have, most of them have IDs, email IDs available. Please share it with them, and I guess best of luck.
Thank you. Reshu, there's a question for Reshu Nath. Basically, will content be king finally? Do you think web kills star system?
Yeah, I actually absolutely agree with that. And see, what content has done is, at least what OTT has done is change the audience. The audience reacts a certain way when it goes to watch a film. It reacts completely differently when it's watching TV. So it's the same audience, like which it goes to a theater. It's a very communal viewing. It's like a picnic, or it's like the atmosphere when it's darkened halls. It's very it's like when you go to a temple, right? There's a certain amount of respect. There's a certain amount of quiet that's there. And you go with that one focus of enjoying it. And also, it's fait accompli. If you've landed up in the theater, you're not going to switch it off and walk away, 10 minutes into it. You have committed to it. There's a certain commitment. When it comes to TV, it's about familiarity. So if you have a loser cousin, you don't throw him out of the house. You just put up with him forever. OTT makes it completely different because OTT is private viewing. So I use this analogy pretty often, and I think it works best to explain OTT. The OTT audience is like Shahryar. If you've read 1001 Arabian Nights, so this was the Sultan who'd get a young, nubile virgin girl every day, and he'd sleep with her. Next morning, chop her head off. The one woman, who made him stay up and for the next 1001 days was this woman who would tell Sherazade, extremely interesting stories. And she'd stop, come up with the best hang point, freeze point. That would be right in the morning. So this guy would come back to her she actually made him change his whole worldview. That's what OTT writers are supposed to do. It's a game of Takeshi's Castle. You know, somebody begins on the first episode, you are not very sure he's going to watch it till the end. There are various curveballs thrown your way. Curveball can be a fight that you're having on Twitter. You know, you get bored with that, you're just going to, and that's more interactive than what's, you know, being put out there. So if you say content is king, I think for the first time, the writers and the audience have a very straight, like, umbilical cord, which, like, you know, wouldn't happen between TV and films, because there would be a lot of other variables thrown in. Like, you know, for a lot of times we believe that it's art, you know, writing, but when you're working in the visual medium, it's not art, it's a business proposition. The producer has a say, you know, like, you know, someone else, like Ruchi also talked about it, you know, like someone else also talked about ki 100 episode hain, aage badhane hain. In this case, you have a very personal relationship, like, you know, it's actually very pure. It's like, you know, a pure and, you know, slightly sadistic, masochistic. You know, E.M. Foster talks about it. Earliest storytelling was like, you know, if I don't, you know, they gather around, like, you know, the fire, and someone would start telling the story, you know, in the American Indians. And if it was, again, not interesting, they chop the head off. So I think the writer's head is always on the chopping block, but if you do a good job of it, you know, you're the showrunner, you have control. For the first time, writers have control. So I'm all for OTT.
Wow, that's like really a lot of wonderful things about chopping heads off. That's a bit scary.
Very well done, very well done. Rishu, very well.
So, this is basically, there's a question, I'm addressing it to you. Maybe you can answer, somebody else can answer. Does web series allow the audience to watch more sexually explicit content? Mastram was the most watched series ever.
I think, you know what, like, the people, the different types of porn, like, you know, with women, when you know, you have mills and booms, right? So there are 3 types of mills and booms, like, you know, women will talk about it. So there's Harlequin, which is like for a more adult audience. So sometimes you want a bit of, like, you know, soft porn with the story, and Mastram was, you know, a real person. Yeah, I mean, like, it allows for sexually explicit content, but it allows for a lot of humor. It allows for a lot of very unique, like, you know, stories to come forth. The thing is, we are such a repressed society. The moment there's any sexual content, we are like, oh, wow. And then what we do is, you know, we cause a sort of a crowd multiplication. You know, Mastram, now, if everyone is talking about Mastram, you will go check it out. Like, you know, you might, like, you know, you'll go check it out just to form an opinion. So, and since, like, you know, it's there, it's so talked about, you have kind of amplified it. If we just, like, a step back away from censorship, TRP ratings, you know, when somebody talked about, like, TRP ratings, my biggest fear about, you know, bringing stuff like, you know, Bark or Ormax in this is, we tend to fix things. We have this, like, you know, where we bring in the marketing department, we say this is not working. Like, you know, if the humankind was in charge of evolution, we'd get so mad that they, you know, the monkeys developed an opposable thumb, because that goes against the whole, like, you know, the way things are supposed to be. We'll fix it and we'd still be monkeys. So I think we're allowed to make our mistakes. If there's more soft porn coming up, let it come up. After a while, people will get just tired of it and, like, you know, move on to something else. Like, you know, all of us have ADD, and I think that's going to work in favor of, like, you know, and sex, you know, this sort of content does tire you out, you know, if there's no story there. So, yeah.
What is your thoughts, Ketki?
Absolutely agree with Reshu that it's something that you really, it'll die on its own, or it will grow on its own, it'll evolve on its own. And it's time that, I mean, instead of worrying about what anybody wants to watch, because, I mean, if somebody wants to watch sex, there are 100 things out there anyway. Like, we really can't control what somebody wants to watch. But maybe web will help. And because this is the first time things have opened up, matlab, till television, it was like you watch in a group. But this is the first time people are able to watch on their own. There's a certain personal space in which you can watch things. And so, and this space was really not there in a country like India. So of course, a lot of repression has found, you know, its expression. But at the same time, as as it becomes a norm, or as the repression sort of dissolves, people will demand different kind of content, and the content will evolve on its own. So it's a process. I absolutely agree with Rishu.
Okay, we're going to basically close this particular press conference. Does anybody wants to share any last thoughts?
I first wanted to just add a little bit to the sexual content part that we were just discussing. So my view of it is that, I have this theory that there is something called a collective national intelligence, and I think we used to be 9 and then we became 15. And I think with this content, we're slowly moving towards 18 and, perhaps even 21. So, the nation's coming of age thanks to this. So this is really post-puberty and, and so, yes, I think it should be allowed and let it evolve just the way, a young adult evolves. So that's my point on the sexual content, which I'm totally in favor of, whichever way it plays out. Also, as I think Sweksha had mentioned that, I don't think we need censorship because it is self-regulatory, and that's what young adults do. We learn to take our own responsibility and understand, what should be there and, course correct as we go along. And last but not the least, I wanted to mention the fact that, I find personally, because I work across all the mediums, that OTT has allowed collaborations in the best way possible. I think, I run writers' rooms myself, and I think that the structure itself allows you to involve, more than one writer and to be able to really share the energy across. Unfortunately, sometimes it also creates, confusion about, credits and who wrote what, and I seem to be getting into that controversy somewhere here. But that apart, I think the collaborative energy, which is what writers really seek, we like to share the cauldron of stories. We like to be energy sharers, and I think OTT particularly has allowed us that. So I'm one writer who's extremely happy with it.
Okay, Ruchi, you want to talk about the writing room by any chance? How bad it is, how good it is?
I mean, personally, I love the practice of having a writer's room because, as we all know, as writers, it is one of the loneliest parts of filmmaking, which otherwise is so collaborative. And what does happen with writer rooms, if you curate them well, you should, I mean, at least that's what I like to do, to get different kinds of people in who would probably be more inclined to argue with each other than agree. Because then that finally what you're finding, putting onto paper has been through the grind, so to speak. And I do find that a lot of times it makes the work much faster, and since you're in, things which sometimes you have to take a leap, and sometimes when you take a leap, you've just leapt too far. So there are people who rein you in very quickly. And the great thing with writer rooms are that there are different, normally you have different levels of writers in terms of experience. So, the more experienced writers get to interact with young people who are maybe totally fresh, who add to their experience, and the younger writers get a chance to work with the more experienced writers. So I think overall it's a really healthy setup. And one thing we really need now, and it's never happened before, there is such a dearth and thirst for writers in our industry, which is great. So everyone who ever even thought that, I really wanted to write, you can do it now. And there are agents, they'll represent you, they'll put you in different writers' rooms. Writers are being paid better than ever. There's almost like, through a lot of efforts of the SWA, I have to say, there's been a lot of setting certain standards for how much everybody gets paid. And it's a great time. And when writers are happy, and when there are more writers, there will be many more newer, fresher, more progressive stories. So it, like, actually everyone has echoed the same sentiment. It is really the best time, and OTT is going to change the face of content, not just in our country, but it already has in the world. And you know, I think it's wonderful, and especially for Screenwriters Association to acknowledge this of the OTT, and especially writers who otherwise have been used to getting the short end of the stick. I think it's an amazing time.
Thanks a lot, Ruchi, and thanks everybody for joining in the press conference. And I'm really happy that all of you could join. And of course, you're all welcome to the grand SWA award ceremony. I hope it's going to be grand. We are putting our best efforts on 27 September, 6 p.m. on our social media handles. Thanks a lot. Can I just take a quick smiling picture of everybody right now? I'm grabbing a screenshot. Yeah.